Hey, how's everyone today? So, I am gonna unbox a brand new Bachmann DCC and sound equipped locomotive. It is a GP35, and this is their new run with the wow sound, TCS wow sound. Now, it doesn't say it on the box, but it'll say it in the instructions. So, let's just get this out of here and we'll take a look at it. Now, I really like Bachmann. I've always found them to be good value for the money. I know there are a lot of Bachmann haters out there, but I am definitely not one of them. Now, don't expect these to have Atheron Genesis quality detail because that's just not how they're made. They're more of a budget run locomotives for the hobby. But I've always liked them because they are really good value for me personally. So here we have the instructions, and I'll show you here where it will say TCS. So when you look at the instructions, it will say TCS right there. And well, of course we got the exploded view here on the papers. Oh, something else fell out too. So yeah, so I mean, like I say, these are simple budget locomotives. Don't expect Atheron Genesis because that's not how they made them. So the parts explosion diagram are nothing like, there's not nearly as many parts as an Atheron Genesis. But my biggest pet peeve is when locomotives don't have grab rails, but this one has separately applied grab rails. So my biggest pet peeve is gone right there. So I'm really happy about that. But like I say, in my opinion, I've always liked Bachmann because of the value you get. And if when I do buy an Atheron Genesis, that's a treat because those are like sometimes over double the price if you want them fully loaded with DCC and sound. So yeah, that just pulls out of there, right simple. And I will do a video after with it running on the track. I just want to get this closed up. Oh, there we go. Alright, and we will take... Let's move this up here a little bit. We'll take this off here. And I'll get the phone off the tripod. And then we'll take a closer look. Hopefully I got some better lighting this time. Alright, with a click that comes off. Alright, let's take a closer look at this. So of course this is a CN Rail GP35. And we'll just kind of look at the front of it and kind of go from there. So we have the Easy Mate plastic couplers. They do have a spring, so they will connect a lot better. So basically, details are very basic. So it does have the metal, I forget what these things are called, but they are metal. And we have the separate metal grab irons. So like I say, that's my biggest pet peeve with the hobby, is when they don't have these and they're molded into the body. But I usually make my own anyway. So I mean, there's molded wipers, and I mean the windows, they're just like, I can tell by the design, it's all one piece stuck in there. So I mean, as again, I'm not expecting Atheron Genesis quality or Rapido or any of those like, top highly detailed brand names. I'm not expecting that at all. The horn actually looks really good. Like, that is a nice looking horn. That horn is actually better looking than, actually, it's actually just as good looking as all my Atheron Genesis horns, actually. It's just as nice looking. Let's look at the cab here. Like I say, it's just basic detail for the cab. Nothing too fancy. I mean, I can add my own wind deflectors if I want, which I might do. Maybe, we'll see. The trucks, they're just basic trucks. There's nothing special about them. The brake cylinders, they're molded in. I'll make my own brake cylinder lines for it, and that'll look really good. If I wanted to go really crazy, I could cut those. It's really easy to do with a Dremel, but I could literally sand those molded brake cylinders right off and add my own to it. I got some extra ones, so it's really no biggie at all. And so we'll go back to the top. I mean, we don't have it doesn't have see-through fans that I can tell. No, it's just molded, but that's fine. Doesn't bother me too much. So like I say, very basic detail. The grab rails, they're flexible, so they're not going to break too easy. We have, we got basic detail on the fuel tank. I can easily make some of the for the air reservoir. I can easily make some lines for that for a little more detail. The walkway is it's not textured, but I mean, if you really want, you can also buy metal walkway details for locomotives. And we have grab irons in the back there made of metal. The number boards are lighted. I have never seen this. I haven't even tested this locomotive, like it's brand new in the box, so I just know it has lighted number boards and LEDs and everything. So I mean, the steps, basic detail. They're just steps. There's no texture to them. I didn't expect that. We got I'm going to call it a lift bar. So the lift bar is made of metal. Bachmann made them like this for a very long time. So I'm not surprised to see it like that. And the trucks in the rear are no different than the front. They're all the same looking. I mean, I might add a little more detail to the truck. But, I mean, from a distance, watching it, it's just... I'm not going to tell. But yeah, we'll just go down this side of the locomotive. I mean, it looks good. Like, I'm happy with it. And the wow sound equipped locomotives, they do sound pretty wild. They are really nice. And I don't have my my foam that I lay the locomotives on, so I'm not going to lay it on the table, but I'll just pick it up in my hand and we'll just take a look at the underneath of it. So the underneath of the trucks are the same as they always made them, for very easy maintenance. They just, at each end of the front and the back, they'll just pop right off. There we have the DCC sound logo there. We got the 2 screws for the fuel tank, so these locomotives are so easy to maintain, and that's one of the reasons why I like them. Very easy to maintain. I think the pickups they might be old school. I can't tell. Yeah, it's just the metal pieces touching the wheel, so nothing too fancy there. So other than for what I can see, it's just like they used a lot of their, probably a lot of their old molding, but the electronics is all that has changed inside. I mean, it's probably more like it's probably just more or less a re-release of a Spectrum GP35 from the 90s, but with, of course, much better electronics, and it's not split frame. Like, this is not a split frame design. But overall, I mean, I'm happy with it. I know it's going to sound good. I heard one of my other locomotives has the wow sound, TCS wow sound, and it's really cool. But overall, I'll be happy with this. But yeah, that's what I like about Bachmann is they're a great bang for the buck, especially if you want to get into DCC and sound. And but you just got to keep in mind, you're not going to get Athearn Genesis, Rapido details on these. Or there's a bunch of other manufacturers too that, make their high detail line. You're not going to get that. Don't expect that. But then again, you're paying half the price for this fully loaded with DCC and sound. So you got to keep that in mind too. But I mean, if you're like me, you're not super insanely picky about detail. You'll be extremely happy with this. Like, so long as I see separately applied grab rails, I'm happy. I'm good to go. Like, for me personally, I don't need see-through vents. I don't need to see fans that can spin. I have locomotives like that, but it's not gonna hurt me if it doesn't have that at all. And the trucks, I will add some cylinder lines to it, and that'll be fine. I'll be perfectly happy with that. But I will make a video of it running. What are we getting up here? We're over 10 minutes in the video now. But yeah, so that's my little review on the unboxing of this. And I personally can't wait to get it up on my little layout I got going on in my bedroom. So that's going to be a lot of fun, getting all the sounds and everything. But I will make a video of that. But for now, everyone, take care. Have an awesome day. Like and subscribe if you wish. And take care. I'll have another video going soon.